Hello, this is MonkeyDKaiba and I'm here to show you another deck profile of a Watt deck. Now, Watt decks are pretty good to play with because of their main ability to attack directly and, well, use effects when attacking directly. It's also quite a cheap deck to make, so that's also a plus. I mean, the cards for it are usually all commons, except for Watt Giraffe, which probably be about $8 to buy. Everything else is all commons, very cheap. Now, here's the cards. Starting off with the monsters, we have 3 Watt Cobras, 1000 attack, can attack directly, and when it does, it can search for another Watt monster from your deck and add it to your hand. So it's the searcher of the deck, and of course 1000 attack directly. It's pretty much better than the old days when monsters could only attack directly when their attack was like 300. Next we have 2 Watt Giraffes, 1200 attack and can attack directly. With its effect though, once it attacks directly, your opponent cannot activate the effects of spells, traps or monster effects for the rest of the turn. So what you want to do is, if you have this on the field and you have another monster, make sure you always attack with him first. That way, your opponent, if your opponent has like a dimensional prison or something like that, you'll have to waste it on him. Otherwise, you won't be able to use it once he attacks directly. So, very useful. What else we have? Watt Pheasant, just 1. 1000 attack and can attack directly. When it does so, you can choose a monster. Sorry, you choose a monster on the field and remove it from play until the end phase. Very good with cards. Very good with cards like whose attack isn't set. Like trying to think, kind of like what?
Dragodia's attack isn't set.
No, Dragodia's will come back. Someone like Mega Rock Dragon, for example. It's the only thing I can think of. Also, it's good with Exceeds because once they're removed, all their Exceed materials are gone. And also, it's good if you're using it on a monster. It's got equipped cards on it. So, I think like that. Oh, you can also use it on one of your own monsters if you have Call the Haunted. If you want to get rid of the idea that get rid of the Call the Haunted, so it doesn't have to destroy itself if it goes. Quite useful. 3 Watt Dragonflies. When they can't attack directly, but when they're destroyed by your opponent's card effect or by battle, you can special summon a Watt from your deck in attack or defense position. So they're also searchers, but they special summon, and they're very good. And they've got a decent attack of 900. So if your opponent's field's clear, they'll take a decent chunk. Watt Lemur, 2 of these. 800 attack, can't attack directly, but when they're destroyed, either by card effect or by your opponent's or by battle, your opponent skips his next battle phase, which is useful for the Watts because they tend to be quite weak. So useful. 2 Watt Foxes. Their effects are when they're destroyed, I believe either by battle or by card effect, your opponent cannot special summon or activate effects for the rest of the turn.
He's a tuner.
But most importantly, he's the fact that he's a tuner. He's the tuner of the deck, and we'll talk more about what he tunes with, or what he synchro summons. Honest, because the deck's mostly light monsters. We all know what Honest does. Gives it the extra boost, especially because these monsters are very weak. Then we
drop an Honest.
Yep. Soul of Purity and Light. There's not enough darks in this deck to run Blackluster Soldier, but Soul of Purity and Light is quite useful in this because of the amount of lights. You remove 2, special summon it, and its effect is during your opponent's battle phase, all his monsters lose 300 attack and defense. It's not the best card in the world, but it's still it has a place in this deck. Maxi, I only have 1, so I only run 1. But well, if you do have a Maxi, it's good in a lot of decks. I put it in this one because it doesn't have too much draw power. It has a lot of search power though. So, but nonetheless. One is enough, I think, but you may not think so. Lava Golem, because you know, with the amount of damage you can inflict to your opponent, Lava Golem also inflicts damage, and you can get rid of annoying monsters. I'll tell you more about his uses later. Sangan, because he can search for almost all the monsters, all the Watts anyway. Everyone knows what it does. And Gores, just for safety.
Yeah.
Good at any deck. For the magics, we have 1 recycling batteries. You can pick 2 Thunder type monsters from your graveyard with 1500 attack or less and add them to your hand. So it brings back your Watts, pretty much all the Watts, because none of them have that high attack. Free Messenger of Pieces, because hopefully it'll keep your monsters safe from battle, but they can still attack directly, so their uses are still there. You have to pay 100 life points during your standby phases, and of course monsters with 1500 attack cannot declare, or 1500 attack or more cannot declare an attack. So it is quite safe. It goes very well with the Lava Golem as well, allowed. Monster Reborn, Heavy Storm, Dark Hole as your staples.
Yeah, I'm not there.
Also, Bottle Dualities, also to help with searching and drawing. Onto the traps, which there's quite a lot of. I have 1 Judgment of Thunder. Whenever a Thunder monster on your side of the field is summoned, destroy 1 card in the field. You know, could come in handy. Robin Goblin for obvious reasons, because the monsters can't attack directly. So you use that and get cards out of their hand. Call the Haunted. It'll be useful if you just need 1 more attack, 1 more direct attack to get their life points low enough to 0. Because obviously you can activate it in the battle phase, which is useful. Fiendish Chain, for obvious reasons, it's good in any deck. I run 3 Dimensional Prisons because, well, if the Messenger pieces aren't enough, the deck, these Watts need a lot of protection, so Dimensional Prisons are very useful. Magic Cylinders also can negate an attack, but because they inflict effect damage, it also helps with getting your opponent's life points to 0. As well with the Watts and the Lava Golem. Mirror Force, because it's a staple trap almost, and because of the amount of traps, 2 Starlight Roads to keep them all protected, and your Messenger pieces, of course. Also with Dark Hole as well, I guess. As for the extra deck, it's all typical things, because it's all pretty typical, but here's are the things that you may need to know about. Is Watt Chimera, which is a level 6, so it's easy enough to summon. You can use a
What Fox?
Yeah, well, easy enough to summon a Watt Fox. His effect, he can also attack directly. He's got 1400 attack, and when he attacks directly, you place a random card in your opponent's hand on the top of their deck. So that could potentially lock them down if you get the chance to. Also have Watt Hydra. It got 1500 attack, and it can also attack directly. When it does,
Gold Sarcophagus?
It's basically a Gold Sarcophagus. You pick a card from your deck, remove it from play for 2 turns, and it goes to your hand. And of course, 2 Stardusts for the Starlight Roads, because you may as well. That's pretty much all for the Watt deck. Thanks for listening. Comment, rate, subscribe.